guys, how's it going? How you doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I'm doing a haul, but it's what I got for my birthday haul, and I think I've got everything here but the clothes. So when it comes to clothes, I'll put some pictures in here if editing me can get my stuff together. I do have my shoes here, everything else I got, and I will save the makeup purchases for last. But if that sounds like something that you're interested in, please keep on watching. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I am a lover of all things high-end, colorful beauty and self-care. I also work in the beauty industry as a field leader for Ulta and get a lot of education in my position. I'd like to bring you that education, but ultimately, I just like to talk about makeup. And if you're here, you probably also like to talk about makeup. So I'm super happy to have you here today. I do hope that at the end of the day, at the end of this video, that you find that this is the perfect place for you to be and that you'll want to subscribe before you go. I would love to welcome you into my YouTube fam here. So please let me know down in the comment section if you do that. I like to say, hey, how's it going? How you doing? Personally, and if what I got for my birthday interests you in the slightest, I think there's some pretty cool stuff in here. Please keep on watching. All right, hi, how are you? I am well. I hope you are also well. Today we are doing a wee bit of a collective haul, so keep in mind that for September, I took the month off for Palette Roulette. I took the month off for my Beauty Bank recap. I took the month off for a lot of things because it's my birthday month. Today is one of the last days of a nice little giveaway that I have going on. My 5th annual, I think, or 4th annual, maybe 5th annual. I can't remember. I've been on YouTube for 5 years. I've done it every single year that I've been on YouTube. I can't remember, honestly, if I did it the first year or not. So every year on my birthday, I do a giveaway. It kind of runs concurrently with like my YouTube channel anniversary as well. So I just try and pop a giveaway in at least once a year for the people that are here that love me on this channel. So note that this is one of the final days. I will have it linked up in the eye or down in the description box somewhere for you to go watch the video and sign up if you want to sign up. I take the month off of everything because it's my birthday month and I can't really help myself. Like, I spend some stuff. So with that said, I do have a lot to go over. I have some clothes, I have some shoes, I have some other things that my family gave me, and then some beauty products. I'm going to save the beauty products for last, but let's just jump in. First things first, I did buy myself a couple new pairs of shoes. So both of these are Doc Marten shoes. The sandals are Doc Marten Blairs, and you can see, God, they're so dirty because I wore them out in the sand. But they are just some of their strappy, like not super platformy sandals. And I did buy these because I have a friend who has kind of a similar pair, only it's got like one strap across the toe here. And, you know, truth be told, I maybe should have bought that pair instead of this pair. Here's what I love about these. They're so comfortable, and they're sandals that I can wear to work that are kind of girthy but also not. Very comfortable shoes, as all Doc Martens are. But what I don't love about them is, you know, truly the whole just makeup of Doc Martens is that they are, you know, leather. And if you know, don't break them in, you're gonna get some craziness going on with blisters. This strap, I find, is a little bit too, I have to keep it too loose on my ankle. I have really tiny ankles. As big as I am, I have really tiny ankles, and I have to keep this too loose on my ankle, otherwise it digs holes into my ankle, which I don't love. And then this strap, again, super thin, tiny Barbie feet. This strap on across the toe is too big for across the toe. There's just too much room in here, so I feel like they're a little more floppy on my feet than I had originally thought that they would be. And while I did try them on, you know, it is what it is. I do love them and I will wear them, but they will be so much better once I have them broken in. And we all know that's the case for all Doc Marten shoes, right? So the second set I bought is this pair here. Just some really cute, like Mary Jane-esque shoes. They are the Doc Marten 8065 Mary Jane shoe. They're not like platform. They're really cute. I love that they've got the two straps across here, giving it a little bit more of an adult kind of appearance to Mary Jane's. I love these shoes. They remind me a little bit of like wingtips, only not. And I love also that they're not like patent leather, so they're not super shiny. I don't love, again, the full-on leather. Like, you really have to break these in. This likes to eat at my heel, and this piece right here actually likes to eat on my ankle. So I do think that I will probably loosen this up just a little bit, but when you loosen it up, it does kind of flop around on your feet. Here's the one thing that I know about Doc Martens is that my feet are really, really thin. I can almost size 2 sizes down in Doc Marten shoes for the most part because they're made a lot wider than my feet are. So in order to fit like super comfortably, I can almost size 2 sizes down. These are 2 sizes down and still too big in my humble opinion. And these are my exact size, but just a little bit too big. But I do think I will probably pull out this strap just so that it doesn't eat into my ankle the way it currently does. I also did some shopping at Torrid, and I bought a shirt and a couple of pairs of like dress stretchy pants, which I love, and a new pair of jeans, which I don't have here with me, but I love this pair of jeans. I will probably purchase more pairs of jeans. Most comfortable pair of jeans I've ever had on my body, and I have some pretty expensive jeans. I have like some silvers, I have some other ones. The ones I'm wearing today are a pair of Torrid jeggings, and I don't really love those, but this pair of jeans that I purchased, amazing. I went to H&M and I bought a couple of like shorty sweaters. I have this new thing that I've been doing, and that is trying not to be mean to myself when I get myself dressed. So I have some high-waisted pants that I really do enjoy wearing, but I have noticed that when I wear them with longer shirts, they kind of make me just look bigger than what I am. So I've been trying to wear them with shorter shirts that kind of show the top of the high waist off, and the high waist hits me like right under my chest. I am a big chested girl. I'm gonna look big no matter what size I am. It's kind of funny. I was looking at some pictures of myself when I had lost all that weight and was super, super small from what I had been before, and I have gained a few pounds back. I am going to try and get back into it and get my body moving the way it was before so that I can lose that weight again. I know how hard but also easy it was to do it before, so I know it's just going to take a little bit more effort than what I currently have put forth. So I'm going to try and move back in that direction. Anyways, I was looking at some pictures of myself after I had lost all that weight, and I remember feeling really good about my body and what I looked like. But in pictures from here up, I looked almost identical to what I look like now, except for my face is a lot rounder than it was then. My face was very, I didn't have the double chin. It was a lot more like this back then. But anyways, and it's all because of my chest. I'm a chesty girl. I can't change that. Where was I going with this? Oh, so I have these high-waisted pants. I bought myself some short sweaters, some like croppy sweaters. Now granted, they're croppy enough that you can see the top of my pants, but not croppy enough that you can see my skin. And one of them is lavender with like some, like it looks almost crocheted together, like a certain kind of crochet stitch together, and I'll wear like a black bodysuit underneath of it. And one of them is orange and just big and poofy and cable knit and awesome and glorious. I cannot wait. Sweater weather is one of my favorite seasons. So there's that. Speaking of bodysuits, I did buy 2 bodysuits to wear with those pants from Torrid also, which I don't own a bodysuit. So first time ever owning a bodysuit. And funny story, I wore a bodysuit, first time I've ever worn a bodysuit, one day at work, and had to go to the bathroom like 5 times in that day. And I was so irritated that I had worn a bodysuit.
How does one go? How does one get those things back together once you've got, I mean, it was not fun. It was a challenge. I have to be honest. It was a challenge. I don't know that I'd ever buy another bodysuit because it was rough. It was rough.
But one of them that I bought is so cool. It's sleeveless and it's kind of like this white, grayish white mesh. And it's got spider webs and spiders and skulls and stuff on it. And I figure it'll be perfect for Halloween, which I am so excited about. That, I think, is the end of the clothes. Like, I got 2 pairs of stretchy slacks. I got a shirt, 2 sweaters, a couple bodysuits. I think that's it for the clothes and shoes. Next, let's talk about some of the things my family got me. So for those of you who do not know, I went to my family's house for my birthday, beginning of September. It is Labor Day weekend, and they had me a little party, and I was super excited to be there for my birthday. My mom got me this, which is, if you don't know, I live in Washington State. And this is like a decoration cutting board that has Washington State and all the different landmarks in Washington. And we are over here somewhere. Our city isn't on this, but we're over here somewhere. So I just thought that that was really freaking cool. I kind of love it so dang much. My sister got me this. This is a book called Fight On, and this was in her store. And it is just a really, really lovely, inspirational book. The first page says you have everything you need. It's here in you always. And you know, the truth of the matter is I opened up this book and I started like kind of just flipping through the pages. But the first page I read, I just started kind of tearing up. Like, here's what this book is. So this page here says, there's no one in the whole world you'd criticize the way you criticize yourself. Start forgiving more and start with you. Like, it just now, right now, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it, because I mean, just thinking back to a few minutes ago when I was talking about myself in terms of my weight and what I feel like this book is crazy inspirational and motivational, and you know, it's got those words of affirmation that you need to give yourself that you sometimes forget to do. She wrote me a note in the book, and I just love my sister so much, and this came from her shop. So when I opened up this book, what I opened to is this. And what this says, and this book doesn't have very many words on it. I don't know if you can see, but this page over here only has like 4 little blurbs of words. Page only has this one phrase on it, right? But it says, you are allowed to say no. You are allowed to let go. You are allowed to protect yourself. You are allowed to enjoy yourself. You are allowed to put yourself first. I just think that sometimes, you know, the overachiever in us, or the elite professional that we believe ourselves to be, or we want to be, I guess, I think of it through that lens. Like, I haven't visited the dentist in a couple years for 2 reasons. Number 1, he did a bone graft on me the last time I was there, and I freaking terrified of the dentist, and that didn't help me out. But number 2, I cannot make the time for myself. How silly is that? Like, go to the dentist, Donna. You are allowed to put yourself first sometimes, and your health should be one of those things. Like, when I think back to what I was just saying about myself a few minutes ago, I just need to get motivated again. It's not, for me, honestly, It's not been about motivation because I talk to myself all the time. What are we going to do to work out? What are we going to do to be active today? It's about the time that I allow myself to do that. On a Monday, I will get up at 6:30 in the morning. I'll be on my computer by 7 o'clock and I will work until 7 or 8 or 9 o'clock at night. But I won't get off that computer to feed myself, and I won't get off that computer to go for a walk at 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. or on my lunch or whatever it is. Like, I will spend all of that time and not even think twice about not eating or not drinking. Like, be kind to yourself. So I picked this book up in her shop. She saw me pick it up in her shop. I kind of talked about how, like, just opening it up and reading that one small piece of information made me kind of tear up and think about who I was. And I do it to myself. My job doesn't expect that of me. So she got it for me. My niece made me a cake that was red velvet, which I love, and cotton candy and cotton candy grapes. And cotton candy is my favorite thing. Cotton candy grapes, again, one of my favorite things. And she gave me the leftover cotton candy from what she didn't use on the cake, and that was just the nicest thing. Like, I never could have anticipated her making me a cake. Those were just some sheet masks that I had brought with me when I went over there so that me and my family could all do sheet masks. My daughter bought me some new notebooks. Like, I use notebooks. If you know me, you know, or if you've heard me talk about, you know, some of the things, you know, but she bought me a couple new notebooks, and she bought me also a soap, which smells so good. It smells like peppermint, and I'm so excited to put it into the bathroom and try it. She bought it with her own money, so, like, I'm just super proud of her. My niece also bought me some earrings, which I'm so excited to wear. These are really, really cute and just dainty. They've got a crystal on them, and they're just so pretty. So I cannot wait to wear those. I don't know that I knew that I got stickers, but I got Peace, Love, and Upper Left. Upper Left is, you know, PNW, and then Pacific Northwest, and then I got one of Sasquatch with kind of like a Pacific Northwest scene inside of him, and it says Pacific Northwest on it. Like, we in the PNW were pretty proud of being from the PNW, to be honest. I do humbly believe that we are in the most beautiful state on the planet. And then the rest is just some... I have a little tiny niece who stole some little things from my sister's shop, and somehow those ended up in they're balloon weights, and somehow those ended up in my bag that came home with me. But anyways, that is some of the things I got from my family, or all the things I guess I got from my family. Then we get to the stuff that my partner bought me. And I think that I've said this before, but how we typically roll is we both know what we ourselves want. So birthdays, you know, anniversaries, those kind of things, we are like, go buy what you want to buy. So we do this. So yes, I purchased this, but this is all from my partner. I did get myself a new Redken Wax Blast. This is an amazing spray wax for your hair, just for texturizing, getting a little party in the back, you know, smoothing, anything like that, of that nature. I love this stuff, and I've went through a couple of them actually. I also got a Kapari Ultra Restore Body Butter with hyaluronic acid. You know, as near as I can tell, this doesn't have like a scent to it. I mean, I think it has a scent to it, but oh, I got way too much on my arm, to be honest, but that's okay. That goes in, and it'll be wonderful for my yucky, crepey, ashen, dry elbows. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of got a little bit of a perfumey scent, but not a lot of a perfumey scent. I kind of dig it. It's beautiful. This is what it looks like. It's just body butter, and it's so thick. But I've heard really good things about Kapari from some of my peers or some of my store professionals that have talked to me about it before. So I'll try it out. I do love me some Sol de Janeiro, so I'm not going to say that I think that that will replace it. But here's what I do know. I do know that this was half off because it was during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. It was half off the day I purchased it. So in my humble opinion, regardless of whether I like it or not better, I think it was well worth the price that I paid for it during the 21 Days of Beauty sale. So there's that. Another thing that was on sale that same day, and I had made it a point to go to the store for that reason, but ended up getting the Kapari also, were the MAC Cosmetics Glow Play blushes. And these are kind of like putty blushes. I did end up getting two different shades. I got this one here, which is in Beach Please, and I got this one here, which is in Heat Index. I haven't tried this blush yet. I haven't tried any of this yet, but I am interested because here's what I know to be true. When I opened up the tester of this one in particular, the Heat Index one in particular, like I tested it out. I put it on my hand and then I walked around the store and then I tried to wipe everything off, and this one stayed on my skin for so dang long. And this is that like super punchy pink that I just don't have in my collections. I know that this is unique to my collection, so I may not use it as much as I use other blushes in my collection, but this one in Beach Please is just a really pretty nude shade that, you know, kind of mauvey nude shade that I like to wear, but I just don't think that I have this particular shade of that, and it kind of matches my hair. How crazy is that? Kind of got this rose gold vibe going on these days, so I just really kind of love it. I think it's great. And you know, all the YouTubers that I watch, the beauty YouTubers that I watch, rave about this formula for MAC, so I wanted to try it out. I only needed to get one, but they were half off, so I decided to get two. One that I know I'll wear, one that I might not wear as much, but I'm super stoked to have it. And then another, I ended up getting 5 blushes this month. Like, I need no more blushes. Wait until you guys see my blush collection video, which I'm hoping to get recorded soon. I just did my bronzer one, and I do believe that that one just went up. But my blush one is a little bit, if I'm honest, I'm just a little bit intimidated by it. I have so many, and when I look at my blush drawer, I'm like, I don't want to get rid of any of them. So there's that. I did end up getting Butterfly from Benefit Cosmetics. This is one of the only, well, I have 5, so this makes 6 blushes that I have from their new blushes, and I am stoked about this crazy, like, hot orange. I don't know, for some reason, like, these poppy shades are calling to me right now. Is this a thing? Probably. I also bought the Bare Minerals bronzer in Touch of Rose. I think you guys know, because I think I've said it, but I have Touch of Copper, and the first couple times I used it, I'm like, this is a beautiful blush. I want them all at this point in time. And I have Blush of Copper, and the other 2 are Blush of Rose and Touch of Kiss. Oh my god. Have I been saying blush of? Kiss of Copper, Kiss of Rose, and Kiss of something else. I cannot remember what the other one is, but this one is the other one that I really could see myself wearing enough, and this is very muted. It's one of those blushes that I think I would potentially make kind of like every day. Much like this one, it's not like a poppy color, but isn't that pretty? Like, I love the Kiss of Copper one. Very nice, glowy, beautiful blushes. So I also picked up a couple of these Urban Decay lip balms. So these have gotten quite the attraction out there on the YouTubes, and I thought I'd try it out. I haven't opened either one, but one of them is for me, and one of them is going into the giveaway that I will be pulling a winner for in the very next couple days. So this one is going to go into the giveaway, and this one I kept for myself. So the one going in the giveaway is called Pleased, and the one that I'm keeping for myself is called Once Strangers. And this is kind of like a deep, like almost burgundy brown, which I think is just more my shade than this kind of peachy color. But I think peach goes with a lot of different, skin tones and could work on a lot of different people. So that's why that one's going into the giveaway. And it's a lot more of a nude color. I think it'd be a lot more loved, to be honest. But I did get two. I wanted to put one in my giveaway, and I purchased this one as well. So these are the ones that you shake them real good, and then you put them on, and they're not supposed to go anywhere. And again, walking through the store, I swatched these guys, and I was like, oh, these are gonna come off. These are gonna, and about 40 minutes later, I guess, I took a wet wipe and tried to wipe them off my hands, and it was painstakingly hard to get it off my hands after 40 minutes. I have to imagine that it would be easier after a certain amount of time to get it off, but at the same time, I did finally get it off. It just took a couple more swipes and maybe a little bit more of a makeup remover than a makeup wipe. And, but it still was on my skin. Like, it was there for 24 hours, this thing. And I had showered and washed my hands about 100 times because I wash my hands often. And it was still there on my skin. So I was like, these I've got to get these. I've got to get these. So we're going to try that liquid lipstick at some point. The last thing that I picked up at Ulta is this. Like, I had to, you guys. Tarte, honestly, back in the day, was one of my favorite eyeshadow brands. I just opened it from the wrong end. Let's try it from the other end. Tarte was one of my favorite eyeshadow brands. I think I had a video actually talking about Tarte and Bare Minerals. So I had to get the Maneater palette. I'm anxious to see how different this is to the other, palettes I have, because I have the Tarteist Pro palettes, both of them, the Remix and the regular. And I really do love their formula, but I've heard that this is maybe different. I also got one that I got in Gratis last year that is, I think, the Tarteist Bloom. I don't know. I think it's the one that everybody uses for wedding makeup all the time. I think it's that one. I got that in Gratis last year, or at the last GMC FLC. So anyways, this is the palette. This is what the packaging looks like. I love it so much. Also, fun fact, I'm wearing Maneater mascara today. It's the first time I've worn Maneater mascara in forever, and I remember why I loved it so much back in the day. I think it's a beautiful mascara, and it doesn't flake or anything. And then this is the palette. I'm sure that you guys have seen it so many times at this point, but I am super excited to have this in my collection. It's just so beautiful. I do know that there's a couple new different formulas in here, so I'm just really anxious to try Tarte again, something new from Tarte. This is the first palette that they've put out in forever that has called to me. Excited to have that. So then let's pop over to what I purchased at Sephora. So at Ulta, I purchased 4 new blushes, a liquid lipstick, and a palette. All things that I really just don't need. And at Sephora, I purchased 3 new palettes, a bronzer, a blush, and another lipstick. So let's look at it. I guess let's start with blush and bronzer. I love Melt. As a brand, I love Melt. So they came out with the bronzers. I had to get one to try my hand at it. And bronzer is one of those categories you guys should have seen in my last, collection video that I don't really have a whole lot in. So this is the Melt Ultra Matte Bronzer, and this is in Santa Cruz. I think I may, look at the packaging. Look at how beautiful that is. I may have gotten a shade that's just a little bit too dark. But I will make it work. I will make it work. I am excited to try it. And if I love it, then I will get my actual shade. That will be glorious. The blush that I picked up is from Dior. I think that I talked to you guys about this. I'm like,
I'm gonna try this blush in my Shop My Stash, because that way, if I like it, then I won't have to buy the Dior blush that I've been eyeballing.
this is the Dior blush I've been eyeballing. This is the Backstage Rosy Glow in pink. And this is it. This is what it looks like. I thought that this was the color, but this isn't the color. The color is actually this, which is a lot more kind of Barbie than I thought it was. I really do wish it was this color and not the Barbie color. But we're gonna try it. Again, it's that, you know, poppy blush that has been, I don't know, for whatever reason, calling my name these days. So I've heard amazing things about these Dior blushes. So I'm excited to try it, but I really do wish it was more this kind of like fuchsia color than the cotton candy pink Barbie doll shade that it is. We will see though. We will see. Who knows? It might end up being one of my favorite things on the planet. I also have been hearing a lot of these Makeup by Mario, the Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum sticks. Mostly from Andrea Mattiliano. I ended up getting Mauve Glow. This is what it looks like, and this is the stick. I really think it's beautiful. I cannot wait really to try it. From what I understand, it clicks up, and I just tried to turn it and realized it clicked, so that's what reminded me. It clicks up and it doesn't kind of go back down, so I'm not gonna put it on. I do have something on right now, but I'm excited to try that product. One thing I'm really excited about is this guy here. So she just came out with the big guy, right? And I've watched her videos, and I've watched a couple other videos on that product, and I just don't see me using a good reason for why you're spending $125 on that palette. But this one is the Lightwork Volume 3, and it's the Experience palette is what it is called, and it has 8 different multi-chrome shades in it, and I am telling you, I am so excited to try this. I've looked at the swatches. I believe that I will use every single shade in here. I have so much fun with my Cliona multi-chromes. To have a bunch of other multi-chromes in a palette is going to be super, super ecstatic. What's funny is the shade here in the screen, you can see looks brown, and as I look at it, it looks green. This shade here in the screen looks kind of like a creamy tone, and from the way I'm looking at it, it's green. So, like, I'm so excited to try. This one, for me, is purple, and for you guys is green. This one, for me, is kind of a light mauve tone, and for you, it's bright purple. Like, I just love multi-chromes. I just do. So, I don't need her great big one. I won't use the flaky ones. I just won't. So, knowing me and my aesthetic, like, I saved myself about 70 bucks and bought the little guy instead. So really happy to have the right 70 bucks. No, I guess it was more like 50 bucks. Saved myself like 50 bucks and bought the little guy instead, which is fine. This one I will use, the other one I would not. And then these have been on my list forever, if I'm honest. I know that it looks like probably my eye look came together via one of these. These are actually singles on my eyes right now, but these have been on my list forever. This one since it came out recently, and this one since it came out when I first noticed melt. So I'm really excited to have these, even though the palette for the, First Gemini has changed. I really think I love this palette more. And it honestly, with all the other, you know, with all the other melt palettes that I have, like just the whole aesthetic of these palettes goes really well with the other melt palettes that I have. So we have the Gemini 1 and Gemini 2 here. One of them is kind of like grungy green, real super pretty with those mustards and those grungy green tones. Like I said, this one is the one that I think that you could assume my eyelet came out of this palette for the most part. And then the other one is more kind of like rosy tones, which is this like, and then we've also got a couple grungy greens down here as well. I'm so excited about these palettes. I love Melt's formula, and I know that Melt is kind of hit or miss for a lot of people. They do really have a fickle formula, and a formula that is definitely not a formula for new people or beginners in makeup. But I think what I was shocked with is there's only two shimmers in this palette, this one and this one here. My friend Anna just did a makeup look using this palette. I'll link her video in the cards if I can. She does some amazing work with eyeshadows, so I will link it. She swatched those two, so I'm linking her up in the cards so that you can go visit her channel for just an overall of this palette. This one's two are this one here and this one here. I was really actually kind of surprised that there's only two shimmers in each one of these palettes. I don't think that I realized that, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I've got, you know, Smoke Sessions, which is all shimmer. And then in my Muerte and my Vita, there's quite a few shimmers. And then also in my, the 420 palette, there's also quite a few shimmers in that. The one thing that I love about my Melt palettes is that every single one of those palettes could interchangeably hand in hand work with another one of the palettes that I have from Melt. So these go along with that whole thought process. So with that said, that is what I picked up for my birthday. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video if you've tried any of these products, because none of it really is new. I mean, the lip balm might be new, and the Tarte Man-Eater palette is a little on the new side, and the Melt Cosmetics bronzer is a little bit on the new side, but none of it is really new. Is this new? Has this been out for a while? I can't remember. Anyways, if you've tried any of these products, please let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear from you down in the comment section. Hit me up down there. I'd love to have a conversation with you down there. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe before you go. With that said, I just hope that you guys are having an amazing day. I hope that you're loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye friends.